Hello everyone, welcome all of you. In this video, we will discuss about the linear data structure here as queue. In the previous video, we have discussed and learned how to write a program with push and pop operation of a stack. So, queue is a linear data structure which performs insertion and deletion of elements. And you remember stack also perform two operation. One is insertion, another one is deletion. Insertion is known as push operation and deletion is known as pop operation. And one more thing in that, yes, deleting is known as pop operation in the case of stack. And it can, the elements can delete, the insertion and deletion of elements is only at one end. The elements, insertion of elements is done at only one end. In the same end, the deletion of elements also has done. So only one end is open for the stack. You remember the pictorial representation of stack. The only one end is open. Through this, inserting and deleting the element. But in the case of queue, you know that how will you stand in a queue? Example, if you are going to a railway station to take a ticket, in the ticket counter or in the school assembly, you will be in a queue, is it? Yeah, that concept. That is a concept of queue here. So, insertion of element is done at one end is called rear end and deletion of element is done from the other end is called the front end. You remember this one, this assembly, if you are standing in assembly, those who came first, this is person student 1 and student 2, like that. How they will enter? They will enter by this way. In a queue, they will enter by this way. Student 1, student 2, student 3, like this. And when students comes out of this queue means S1 will come out first, then S2, like that, is it? So that is a concept of queue. What is that? That is a principle FIFO. FIFO is the principle first in, first out. Which student came at first, he will come out from that queue first. That is first in, first out concept. That is the concept of queue. What is the concept of stack? Yes, that is last in, first out. Queue means first in, first out. Those who, that is first come, first out, like that. Okay. So queue has two opening, is it? We know that queue has two opening. One from one end, students will enter the queue, and through other end they will come out of the queue. So this is the concept of queue. It has two ends. It has two ends, and insertion of element is done at one end. That end is known as rear end. Deletion of element is doing in the other end, that is known as the front end. Through the front, we are deleting the elements. Through the rear, we need to add the elements. Which concept is following by this queue? FIFO is the principle, or FIFO is the concept that followed by the queue. But in the case of stack, it is last in, first out. In stack, we have learned about two operations, push and pop, or insertion and deletion. The same case here also we have two operations. One is pushing an element into a queue and popping an element or deleting an element from the queue. These are the two operations of queue. So the next one is application. You know that different applications of queue in our real time life or real life, we have different applications of queue. So here I have given three applications. One is the customer services software are designed using queue operations to store and process customers' data. Second one is a round robin technique for processor scheduling, that is arranging job sequence. Third one, printer routing. These are the different applications of the queue in our real life. We can tell we are standing in the queue for an assembly or at the railway counter or in a ticket reservation center or counter, like that, anywhere where we have to be in, wherever we have to be in a line, that is known as a queue. Is it? Yeah, here customer services software, they are also using the queue operation to store and process customers' data. That means which customer comes at first, their data can retrieve first, like that. Okay. Round robin technique for processor scheduling. That you know that when we are just clicking on the system in the system or in the laptop, we are just consider we are just clicking on an icon. First, we are clicking on an my computer icon means then we are moving to another icon means which one will operate first. My computer icon will open first because as per the instruction or as per the instruction given by the user, that activity is inside the queue. Okay, that. So my computer, clicking on the my computer, user has clicked the my computer first, then he has moved to that paint or something like different application like that. Okay, so as per users users instruction and how the user is behaving, who came first, that operator, that application should be opened first. That is a concept of round robin technique for processor scheduling. Then the printer routine also, you know, when you are printing 5 pages of a PDF file means first you will print that first 5 page, then next you will give the instruction for the next 5 page. So if the system is just slow, how it will execute? Yeah, it will take some time and it will execute, or it will print the very first 5 pages from the PDF through the printer. It will print the first 5 pages. After that only it will move to the last second instruction. Is it? So user has given the first instruction as the first 5 page. That's why as per that queue concept, as per the concepts are arranged or it is designed using the queue operations, printer routing or round robin technique. These all arranged using the queue operations. Okay, so these are the different applications of queue. And you know that in stack we have learned about stack empty and stack overflow. That means when a stack is empty, no elements in a stack, we can't delete any element from that stack. That condition, in that condition, a user is trying to delete an element means if a stack is empty, a user is trying to delete an element, it will show an error. What is that? Queue stack underflow or stack is empty. The same case, queue has also the same case or same situation. If no element present in the queue is known as QMD or queue underflow, and if no space available to insert a new element, insert an element in the queue is known as queue full or queue overflow. So queue overflow means there is no more space to add more elements in the queue. In QMD means, or QMD otherwise known as queue underflow means there is no element to delete from the queue. So these are the two conditions occurs in the queue, the same like stack. Okay, so these are the simple description about queue. It's a linear data structure. It can perform insertion and deletion of elements. Insertion is known as pushing an element to the stack, queue. Pop means deleting an element from the queue. And queue have two ends, but in the case of stack it has only one end, but queue has two ends. Through one end we are inserting elements, that is known as the rear end, and from which the other end is known as the deleting of element is done in another end or other end, that is known as a front end. Then different applications of queue. Then what do you mean by QMD or queue underflow or queue full or queue overflow? These are the things. Okay, let's see the program for queue. And here just I draw a concept of queue here as an array. Consider this. So 0, 5 elements. Okay, just to consider 0 or 5 elements. So index always 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Be the index. 5 elements means our maximum elements 5 means index start from 0 to 4. Is it? Yes. So in stack we have done like this. You remember this one? Yeah, index. And in stack, which are the variables we need for pushing and popping? That are all the things we can recollect. Here we have two sides. Here only one side, and it is representing by that top variable. First we have initialize top equal to -1, and when we are inserting each element, top should be increases. So top plus we have given, is it? that is a case of pushing an element into a stack. In the case of popping or deleting an element from the stack, we have reduced the top minus minus like these concepts. The same case here, Q means it has two ends. One is, we can tell one is the front end, another one is the rear end. So here just I am considering front and this is the rear end. Okay, just imagine like this. So when we are adding an element, just consider I have added an element like 5. Yeah, it should be in the first in first out concept. So first in, this is the first in. I have added 5. Second, I have added 2. Next, I have added 1, 5, 5. Okay, again 15. Like these elements I have added in this queue. So if you want to add elements into the queue, which part or which end has to be expanded? Yes, rear side has to be expanded, isn't it? It has to be increased. The rear has to be increased. So we can give rear plus plus. The concept like a top plus plus, here we are just giving rear plus plus. Before that we are initializing rear equal to minus 1. And do we want to change any value of front? No need to, because in Q it always starts from the 0th index. It is starting from here itself. So we can just initialize front. There is no change in the front side. It is not changing. The value as for front is equal to 0, rear is equal to minus 1 as an initialize the value, and which value we need to change? While inserting an element, we need to increase the concept of rear. Rear is a variable, we need to increase rear plus plus. Okay, this is the way we will add element into a queue. So how we will write the concept or code snippet for this queue? Void, here also I am just giving the method push element or push. Okay, then do you remember in the stack also we have specified, we need to specify the particular element, which element we are pushing or inserting into stack, sorry, queue. Here it is queue, so we have to consider pass the parameter as int element. Then what's the next step? Which variable we need to increase? Rear side we have to be increased for inserting element, so we can write yes, rear plus plus, is it? Yeah, yes, before that we need to check a condition, is Q is overflow or Q is full or not. Here we are writing the method for pushing an element into the queue. So first of all we have to check, is the queue full or not. So how we will check the condition? Yeah, here as an array we know that we will give a size, is it? A capacity we will give, or cap or size we can give. When a rear becomes capacity, then it is what? Then it is full. The queue is full, is it? The same concept what we have used in that stack. There what we have done, if top equal to capacity minus 1. Capacity minus 1 means that is the overflow condition. Here which element which one we have to check? If rear, isn't? The rear side we are just consider only the rear side for the pushing case. So rear equal to capacity minus 1, or capacity means what is the condition we can write? That system.out.println that Q is overflow or Q is full. Else we can write, else what we can write? We can write the statement rear should be increased, and in that array consider that array name is AR of. Okay, so AR of rear equal to that element, which element we have passed as a parameter, that one we have to add here. So that is the concept. So to pushing an element into a stack, pushing an element into a queue, first of all we are checking is the queue is overflow or full. That we will check by what is the condition? If rear is equal to the capacity, then it is overflowed, is it? That is the queue is full. Else we can write, we have to increase the rear, that is rear variable we are increasing by rear plus plus. Then we will consider that element, that array of rear equal to element. This is a concept for pushing an element into the queue. Then what is the concept to delete an element from the queue? Yeah, delete an element means always it will consider the front side. Deleting element is considering the front. So in this example, we need to delete the value 5. Yes, as per FIFO, that is first in first out, we have to delete the first one, is it? Yes, when we are using the pop operation or when we are giving that deleting concept, it will remove the first element. That is, first element is 5, it has removed. Then again it is moving as next element as 2. So here the friend index or the value of friend is increasing. First it is 0, then now it is 1. Friend is moved to that, but sorry, here once more. When we are popping, when we are deleting the first value from the 0th index, friend is equal to 0. Okay, and it is empty here. No elements are there, just an empty one. Yes, so no elements are there, that is deleted from the queue. 5 is deleted from the queue. So next we need to delete the next element, that is the, which one is the second element? That is 2. We need to pop the second one. So here for deleting, friend should be updated as 1. Now friend is updating as 1. At first it was 0 when the element is there. When we popped out the first element and when we are moving to the second element to pop, the friend is increasing. Is it? Friend is increasing each values. So we can write friend plus plus. So no, like this it will go. Okay. So we have a condition. So before moving to that, we have a condition. Yes, we just write a concept or method for pop. We don't want to specify any particular element, just a pop. Based on the FIFO concept, it will delete first in first out. Which element we have passed at first, that will come out first. So in the above example, 5 is the first element, which one, if 5 is the element we have passed at first, then we are deleting, the 5 is deleted first. Okay. So void pop off. So when we are deleting an element, we have to check a condition. What is the condition? We need to check the queue is underflow, that is queue is empty or not. If any values are there, then we can delete. Is it? So first of all, we have to check the condition. It is empty or not. So what is the condition to check the queue is empty or not? Yes, if it is empty means we can consider rear equal to -1. Rear equal to -1 means no elements are there. Is it? Do you remember this one? Yeah, we have initialized rear equal to -1. When we are initializing the variable rear, it is initialized as -1. The same, rear equal to -1 means there is no elements in the in the queue. And one more condition we have to check. What is that condition? While we are deleting these elements, friend is increasing, is it? Yeah, friend is increasing and rear will be there, and we have a condition. We need to check a condition like friend is greater than rear. You need to check a condition. Friend is greater than rear. Friend is moving like this. When we are deleting the element from the queue, friend is increasing. First it was 0, now it becomes 1, like next element 2, like that it is increasing. So we have to check a condition. Till rear it will delete. All the elements till rear it will delete. So we have a condition, one more condition to check. Friend greater than rear for MD. If Q is MD or underflow, we need to check two conditions. One is rear is equal to -1, or either one condition should be satisfied. Friend greater than rear. Friend is greater than rear. Their example, rear is equal to -1. Okay, otherwise rear, when we are updating rear is equal to 1. Consider rear equal to 1. Rear is equal to 1 and friend mode 2. Friend is 2 means 2 greater than 1. Yes. 2 greater than 1 means what is that condition? If friend is greater than rear means it will indicate underflow condition. That is, it is indicating there is no elements in that queue. That means queue is empty. So to check Q is empty, we need to use the condition. One is rear equal to -1. It is similar to the stack. In stack, how we will check? How we will check is stack is underflow or not? Yeah, top should be equal to -1 means. So it is -1 means we can assign that stack is empty, no elements are there. Is it the same case here? Rear equal to -1, and one more condition we need to check in the case of Q, that is friend greater than rear. If friend greater than rear or rear equal to -1, then we can give a message it is underflow, or we can tell that is Q is empty. Else what is the condition? We can delete the element. Is it? How will you delete? Yeah, array name is AR. Consider there I have written AR is yes. AR is the array name. So how will you write AR of friend? Here we need to increase the which variable? Friend variable. For deleting or popping an element, which variable is increasing? This friend side is increasing, rear is not changing at all. Here friend side is increasing in the case of deleting element. So for deleting an element, we need to write the condition in the else part, array of friend plus that value is equal to, we can assign in a variable, in a temporary variable, any variable you are assigning, you can write like this. Otherwise, according to the return type, if it is an integer return type, here I have given only the void pop-off. So you can write like this: system.out.println deleted element or popped element equal to plus t. Like that you can display. Otherwise, if it is an integer return type, here just to consider this is an int return type, then what you have to return? Here they will give in the question, they will give some return values like return -9 or something like that. Some questions you can see like this, yeah. Or here what we have to write, here you can return t like this. Okay, so this is the concept of deleting an element from the queue. Deleting an element, we need to consider only the friend, and for adding an element in the queue, we have to consider the rear. These are the two cases. And to display, now you understood how to insert and how to delete element in the queue. Then how we will display? You know that display means we will use, inside the for loop, we can write what is the starting value of I. I should be the friend value set. We will start from the friend and it should be greater than or equal to rear. Then I is increasing, I plus plus. Then what we can write system.out.println of that array value, array name of I. This is the way we will display the queue. Okay, so let's see the program. Yeah, this is the program. Class name has given here an array variable. Then what are the other variables needed or the members needed for the queue? A capacity, that is indicated the size of the array. Then two more variables here. Two variables are there. One is indicating friend, another one is indicating rear. In the case of stack, you know what are the cases? In stack, we have capacity of size and top. Then array name, array declaration. Is it? Here array declaration, then capacity of size, then friend and rear. Two ends are represented by friend and rear. That are the two variables we have to declare here. Then this is the constructor. Initialize the constructor. What is that? Default value we will initialize for friend. For friend, we have to initialize 0 and the rear equal to -1. Then we are moving to the push operation. What is the concept of pushing? Pushing means adding an element into the queue. What is the concept? While adding, rear side has to be increased, so we will write the concept like rear plus plus. Before writing that, we have to check is the queue is full or not. If it is full, means we can't add more element to that queue, so we have to check the condition. If what is the condition? If rear equal to cap -1 or size -1, or you can write if rear equal to cap, that is overflow, element cannot be pushed. Else we can add elements, that array name of rear plus equal to that particular element, which element you are passing, that we are assigning there. Okay, this is the concept for pushing element into the stack. Next one is the pop case. Pop means we have to consider the condition, the elements, if the queue is empty or not. First of all, we have to check queue is empty or not. How we will check the condition for queue is empty or not? Yeah, rear equal to -1 or friend greater than rear. Okay, you have to remember this condition also. Friend is greater than rare or rare equal to -1, then the condition is underflow. Else what we can consider, else we will consider array of friend plus plus. Don't consider rare. In the case of deleting element, we have to consider only the, while deleting it moves from the first, is it? So the friend is increasing, so array of friend plus plus equal to that. Any variable if you want to assign, you can assign directly in the variable, and or according to the return type you should mention that value. The next one is the display method. How to display the value? The same, you will check is it underflow, or that is queue is empty or not. If queue is empty, we cannot print any elements, else we can print the elements of the queue. Always start that values from the friend, is it? What is the example? Why we are starting this one? Why we are writing for loop I equal to or j equal to friend? Because consider this is a queue and we have 2 or 3 or 4 three values like 5, 3, 10, and I have removed, just to consider, I have removed this one, which one? 5. Using the pop operation, we have removed the 5. So at first, friend is equal to 0. Now, what is after removing this, friend is moved to this position. So how many elements here in this queue? Only 2 elements are present. First index is 0. First index is empty. We have only 2 elements in the queue. We need to display only the 2 elements. Whatever element existing in the queue after deleting or adding, whatever elements it is existing in the queue, that one we need to display. For that case, the condition has to be started. The index has to be started as I equal to friend. Understood? Where the friend is pointing, from that index we have to display the value till where rare. Rare means adding. For when it is adding, it will increase. While deleting, friend is increasing. Okay, these are the two concepts you have to check. So j equal to friend, j less than or equal to rare, j plus plus, then you will print the elements in the queue. This is a concept for adding and deleting and displaying elements in that queue. So in the case of queue, we have two variables, that is, one is friend, that indicates two sides of a queue. One is friend, another one is the rare. This is the friend and another one is the rare side. While adding elements into the queue, rare will increase, why, and friend will be friend is the constant, therefore friend will become 0 only. Friend is equal to 0, rare is increasing. In the case of deleting elements from the queue, friend is increasing, rare will be the same what is the last value updated in the rare, that will be the same, but friend is increasing. So you have to remember two cases, and this is the program for, okay, this is the program for queue. You should learn this all concepts: pushing, popping and displaying. Okay, according to the question, you have to change the data members or data return type or methods like that. Okay, read the question properly and write. Actual basic concept of a queue means pushing. This is a condition. Popping means that's have to check is it underflow or not. Otherwise, we can pop in elements from the queue. And displaying, this is the basic conditions you have to learn. Okay, so if any doubts means, please comment, and thank you for watching. And in the next video, we will discuss about the binary tree, in order, pre-order, post order. Okay, thank you for watching.